Hi, movies recapped here. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I will clarify a French sci-fi film, called How I Became a Superhero. The film begins by showing a cop, named Moreau. Unexpectedly, he is called by his senior to deal with a pyrocrime case in a club. However, incidentally, he is past the point where it is possible to go there, making an awful initial feeling on his new associate. He is even chided by the police boss for his presentation. Accordingly, the main enlists a lieutenant, named Schultzman, to turn into his accomplice. The initial feeling between them isn't great, particularly Schultzman, who would rather avoid Moreau's conduct prior. Soon after, they get a crisis require a prisoner case at a school. The circumstance at the school is extremely tumultuous on the grounds that there is an understudy who can shoot out fire from his hands. Other than him, there is additionally an understudy, named Lily, who looked truly challenging to control her own power around them. After the police show up, they promptly believe that the kid was the genius behind the past pyrocrime episode. While different police officers plot their capture methodology, Moreau nonchalantly moves toward the kid and conveys no weapons by any means. He gradually quiets the kid until he quiets down. With the open door, Moreau and other cops capture the kid rapidly. From that occurrence, the police observe two unusual items that are dubious. After additional examination, incidentally, the past illegal conflagration case was not crafted by the kid, so they infer that there is another person who has precisely the same power as the kid. In somewhere else, there is a teen who is executing the weird items. It is uncovered that the peculiar item is a taboo substance that can give customary individuals superpowers. In this manner, different young people are exceptionally intrigued in purchasing the substance in light of the fact that these superpowers can make them look cooler. In the interim, Moreau decided to leave behind Schultzman to meet his closest companion, Monte Carlo. He used to be a hero who frequently helped society and was respected by many individuals. He was joined by two other superheroes named Callista and Gigaman, and they at long last became a threesome, called Pack Royal. In any case, because of his advanced age, he has left his vocation. At the point when he was a superhuman, he met and worked with Moreau. That makes them actually near this day. There, Moreau needs to request that him for assist with exploring the pyrocrime case. Subsequent to perusing his journal, he names Bracero as a contender for the incendiarism case prior. Moreau right away hurries to track down Bracero. There is an examination central, command drove by somebody named Nadja. It is the research base that produces illegal substances and is likewise exchanged among the teens. The following day, the police held a gathering connected with the pyrocrime case. Without a moment to spare, Moreau tells the remainder of the police about Bracero. Presently, Bracero has at last been named as a brief suspect in the fire-related crime case. Consequently, the police boss promptly guides all groups to search for Bracero. From that point forward, Monty calls Moreau to let him know that Bracero is as of now working at an eatery in Paris. The scene moves to Callista, who is presently functioning as a ball educator. She has a superpower to see initially what will befall an individual later on. Simultaneously, Moreau visits her and gets some information about Bracero. Out of the blue, incidentally, she realizes Bracero very well. Moreau then, at that point, requests her assistance to track down Bracero, however she denies, tragically. He actually doesn't surrender and proceeds with his examination with Schultzman. Afterward, they go to the medical clinic where the pyrocrime casualties are being dealt with. The specialist lets them know that one individual has as of now kicked the bucket. Shockingly, it just so happens, the patient is Bracero, who is a casualty of the unlawful substance. The specialist additionally speculates that the substance is made of human blood. Knowing the data, they need to track down the genuine driving force. That evening, they decided to keep awake until late and look at the CCTV photographs at the scene. From the photograph, Moreau coincidentally observes one individual who figured out how to escape from the spot. They additionally proceed with their inquiry to each emergency clinic treating the incendiarism casualties. Sooner or later, they can track down the kid. The kid clearly fled and decided to be treated at an alternate clinic from different casualties. It positively makes them dubious about him. They promptly cross-examined the kid, driving him to concede who the vendor is. By determining what happened to Bracero, he at long last says that somebody named Ismail has sold the substance outside his school. Sufficiently sure enough, he is one of Najah's subordinates, yet then again he turns out to be furtively conveying a few substances and vanishes from Najah's base. Najah additionally suspects that he would deceive him, so he promptly arranges the other men to track down Ismail. The scene moves to Ismail, who is strolling towards some place. At that spot, the police are pausing for him. Realizing he is going to be captured, he attempts to escape from that spot. Moreau and Schultzman rapidly pursue him. With great collaboration, they figure out how to get him in a store. From that point onward, he is straightforwardly examined by Moreau and his group, yet he decides to stay quiet. The police are becoming befuddled. Then again, Moreau gets data from Monty about a man named Eclipso who has a super ability to make others blind in a flash. They presume that perhaps that individual has something to do with their case. A couple of seconds after the fact, Eclipso assaults the police headquarters. He is helped by a portion of Najah's men so they can free Ismail. Some cops incite brief visual impairment. Moreau likewise meets Schultzman, who is additionally dazed, making her tumble down. It is uncovered that Moreau has a super ability to move or lift objects with his hands, which is otherwise called supernatural power. He utilizes his superpower earnestly, to save Schultzman. In the interim, Ismail is promptly removed by Najah's men. At his base, Najah needs to kill him with his own hands, yet before that, he lets Najah know that he saw a police officer who has superpower. This data grabs Najah's eye and promptly sends his men to search for Moreau. Simultaneously, Callista has a dream around two of her understudies who are going to kick the bucket from the substance. They will kick the bucket in view of the model substance recently created by Najah, and the substance is given to them for nothing. They don't realize that they are simply guinea pigs. It turns out the substance was created by Najah from the blood of a captured young lady named Lily. She is the girl of Gigaman, and the superpower that is in her body is, as a matter of fact, the relatives of his expired dad. Moreau, who can say for sure this, is extremely irate and quickly examines the abducting. Sadly, in the center of his examination, he is captured and sedated by a portion of Najah's men. Fortunately, in his oblivious state, he is as yet ready to release his superpower and makes the vehicle harmed because of the strain from his hands. With perfect timing, Lena and Callista come to save Moreau. However, because of the occurrence, he is shot multiple times in the chest and experiences genuine wounds. Furthermore, once more, he utilizes his ability to eliminate the shots, so the mending system should be possible quicker. They carry him to Monty's place to be dealt with. There, Callista has recently uncovered a reality that Moreau is a superhuman like Pac Royale. In any case, there was an occurrence that isolates them. Moreau, who around then was as yet unfit to completely control his power, unintentionally committed an error while attempting to capture a lawbreaker. His misstep brings about Gigaman's passing. As a result of it, he never utilizes his powers again. However, presently, they consent to join to save Lily and catch Najah. While trusting that Moreau's condition will improve, they at first lead an examination. Lastly, they figure out how to observe Najah's central command. From a researcher, they find the motivation behind why Najah is acting like this. It ends up that before, he was likewise utilized as an object of examination for individuals who have super abilities. Along these lines, he experiences a psychological problem that makes him need retribution as of now. While Moreau hasn't recuperated, the substance is still there and surprisingly utilized by a gathering of individuals to submit burglary and murder. Eventually, the gathering chooses to assault Najah's central command along with the police, obviously without Moreau. Najah arranges his men to bring every one of the substances he has, and furthermore he carries Lily to escape from that spot. On account of these substances, Najah's men additionally have super abilities. Luckily, there is a Monty who can magically transports immediately. Meanwhile, Najah takes Lily through an alternate way with his men. Be that as it may, out of nowhere he is obstructed by Moreau. He makes Najah more tested, so he breathes an additional of the substance to make him more grounded. At the point when he is surprised, Moreau figures out how to dispose of him, also advises Schultzman to take Lily to a more secure spot. He then, at that point, proceeds with his duel with Nadja, who consistently breathes in the substance until it makes him wild. Moreau utilizes the chance to accept him quite far and makes him broke and detonate overhead. Right away, individuals thought the blast additionally killed Moreau, however readily he made do the episode. The film closes cheerfully with a pyrocrime case addressed and Lily saved. Moreau too begins to acknowledge himself as a superhuman. Buy in to observe more recordings like this, turn on warnings, and pass on a like to take care of the channel. Thank you for watching.